So we know the pull-up is an extremely beneficial exercise, but is it better to do it with a supinated or chin-up grip, or is it better to do it pronated or a traditional pull-up grip? Also, is it better for muscle growth to perform the pull-up or the lat pull-down? Today I'm exploring the differences between these various grips and exercises and how to incorporate them effectively into your training. Now I'm going to get into some of the differences between the lat pull-down and the pull-up. Now the pull-up is a closed chain exercise while the lat pull-down is an open chain exercise. This means that during the pull-up, the hands are in a fixed position and you're moving your body to complete the movement. During the lat pull-down, your hands are what's moving and the rest of your body is in a fixed state. Some experts believe that in general, open chain exercises are better for isolating the muscle, while closed chain exercises are better for developing general athleticism and functional movement. Now it is easier to progress the lat pull down. You simply just have to take the pin and move it down the weight stack. However, that is not to say that it is too much of an ordeal to progress the pull-up. There are several progressions and regressions for the pull-up that can be easily performed at your everyday gym. Now, in most gyms, there is an assisted pull-up machine. You can also regress the pull-up by putting a band around your feet, and this will take a lot of weight off your muscles. Gradually use less and less weight with this exercise, and you'll be able to do full, unassisted pull-ups in no time. Once you're able to do a set of 20 or more pull-ups, it's time to make this exercise more challenging. Now, one way, and probably the easiest way to make the pull-up harder, is to add either a weight belt or a weight vest onto yourself. Even adding an extra 15-20 pounds makes this exercise a lot harder. Add enough weight to be close to failure in your desired rep range. There's also many body weight progressions to this exercise. One variation of the pull-up is the L-sit pull-up, which is a huge challenge for your core and will also require your back to work a lot harder. You might be surprised at just how difficult this exercise is. As you can see here, I'm struggling to keep my legs straight. I've not perfected this exercise yet. You can increase the range of motion. So instead of pulling up to where your chin is just over the bar, you can pull all the way up till your chest hits the bar. This is going to require you to be a lot more explosive in this movement. You can also work towards doing a one-arm pull-up, which is about as hard as it looks. Now, I'm training for a one-arm pull-up. What I've been doing is one-arm eccentric pull-ups. So I pull up with both arms and then lower down as slowly as I can on one arm. This is a very challenging exercise, and training it will one day get me to be able to do that one arm pull-up. Also, don't do kipping pull-ups. This takes a lot of activation away from the back and biceps. And getting better at kipping pull-ups doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting stronger. It just means that you're getting better at kipping. Now, it is important to note that the concentric and eccentric phases of the motion are longer during the lat pull-down exercise than they are during the pull-up. Now, if you're somebody who really likes to feel the mind-muscle connection, you might find the lat pull-down to be the more favorable exercise. Because it's slower, you can have greater control over this exercise. And having a good mind-muscle connection enhances muscle growth. Now, before doing pull-ups or lat pull-downs, I like using an exercise to prime the pulling movement. In this case, a face pull is a great exercise to prime the muscles in your back to enhance the mind-muscle connection. Make sure that you're getting the most out of your heavier pulling exercises later on in the workout. Now, the face pull is great practice for retracting your scapula, which is very important in both pull-ups and lat pull-downs. Once you're warmed up, you're ready to start these exercises with proper technique. The technique for the lat pull-down machine is fairly straightforward. First, you want to retract your scapula, trying to pinch your shoulder blades together. Next, you're going to want to depress your shoulder blades and squeeze your arms down to your sides. Make sure that you're keeping your shoulder blades retracted throughout the entire movement. A helpful cue I like to use is pretend that there's a pencil in the middle of your back, and you've got to squeeze your shoulder blades as hard as you can to prevent that pencil from falling down. This should help you keep your scapula retracted. The technique for pull-ups is very similar. In the same way, you're going to want to start the movement by retracting your scapula and depressing your shoulder blades. And then pulling up and trying to squeeze your arms down to your sides. The same cue with the pencil between your shoulder blades applies here as well. The difference is during the pull-up, you're also going to need to contract your core to keep yourself steady and prevent yourself from swinging side to side during this exercise. Now I'm going to get into some of the differences between the supinated or chin-up grip and the pronated or traditional pull-up grip. Alright, so the pronated grip on the pull-up has greater range of motion on the elbow joint and on the shoulder joint. Now, because the pronated grip has greater range of motion at the shoulder joint, this movement puts more stress on your rotator cuffs than the supinated grip or the chin-up grip. So if you have shoulder pain or shoulder problems, it might be preferable for you to be doing chin-ups instead of traditional pull-ups. This EMG analysis shows that both grips led to great activation in the back and biceps. The supinated grip better activated the biceps and the pecs, while the pronated grip better activated the lower and middle traps. There is no significant difference in muscle activation in the lats. Using a neutral grip, where your palms are facing in towards each other, it will activate much of the same muscles as the supinated grip. It will activate the biceps and pecs more, and the lower trapezius less, compared to a traditional pronated grip. Now, doing chin-ups with a supinated grip places a heavy emphasis on the long head of the biceps. If you want a killer biceps workout, superset the chin-up with spider curls. Now, this is a terrific back and biceps workout because the chin-up does a great job at hitting the entire back as well as the long head of the biceps, while the spider curl does a great job at targeting the short head of the biceps and the brachialis. Putting your body in a forward position like this during the spider curl puts extra emphasis on the short head of the biceps. Both of these exercises also place a heavy emphasis on the brachialis, which is the muscle that runs underneath the biceps. The brachialis is activated during elbow flexion. Increasing size in the brachialis will push up the bicep and make it look bigger. Pairing these two exercises together makes a great superset for your back and biceps. Give it a try and you'll see exactly what I mean. Pull-ups and lat pull-downs with various grips are all great exercises. If you want to emphasize the lower traps more, use a pronated grip. And if you want to emphasize the biceps more, use a supinated grip. Pull-ups activate the core more than the lat pull-down does. Now, if I had to choose only one of these exercises, I would choose the pull-up because it activates more muscles and gives you more bang for your buck. These are all great exercises and have their place in a great workout plan. I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.